LEP, Continuing the Conversation, where we have time of fellowship and gathering and celebrating and praising our number one person, Jesus Christ. We hope that you will join us and continue the conversation with your loved ones.
Maybe this is it. There's no greater place to go. And I also think of Joseph. Joseph, God gave a promise, and it did not come through right away.
Well, he believed it though.
Right,
yeah,
he did.
He shared that promise, that dream, and that's got him in trouble.
And that's the
that
can cause you to say, maybe God did not promise me these things. And I think what God did for me in this season is that he reminded me of the story of Jericho. Like, what if you stop on the 6th round? Don't stop on the 6th round and to continue. So I think that's where I am right now, is that I find the story of Jericho so profound. Because you can say, okay, I've tried, I've done everything that I can do, and nothing came into fruition, therefore I'm done. But I think what the Lord is saying, like I think that persistent thing, if the Lord hasn't taken away from you that desire, that dream, which I think He does, I honestly believe God is speaking to people right now, and we have to trust ourselves, not our flesh, but we gotta trust our relationship with the Lord. Like,
we have to
communicate
test the validity of His promise first, right?
There you go.
Because if we run with a thing that we think
clumsy thing, which
right. And it gets tough, or God doesn't deliver on that, and then now you're questioning God and on something that He Himself did not have you believe. It was something that you yourself
you're saying, so you're feeling what someone else's voice,
right? But that you put this promise through the test, right? You validated it, Lord, prove it, confirm this. And He confirmed it, and He is with you. You felt peace. You knew that God has spoken that over your life, and you ran with it. You believed it at that point. I think we were talking about that. You believed it, you ran with it. And then years later,
you're like,
comes and
what's
goes,
happening?
and nothing.
Yeah.
But I think that not stopping on 6, right, on the 6th day.
Before God is not the God of confusion. God is actually a God of clear intent, clear intention. He likes to give you instruction in detail. The process is a different story,
Right.
How He delivers is a different story, but He gives you the process. So I do think God is speaking to us. And if God gives us a promise, what would cause us to let go of that promise? Would obstacle cause us to let go of promise? I think God is calling us to be a people who is determined to see results and see fruits, and to not give up when one door closed, or 2 or 3 or 4 or even 5.
Or to get something in you, to stir something up, or to help somebody else. It, like you're saying, it may not be for you, to help somebody else. So we go through these different seasons. They're not always pleasant, but what's our perspective while we're going through those times that are not pleasant?
It keeps being on my heart, like the preparation that comes with it, right? So not giving up on that 6th turn, and how every turn before that, for me, when I just reflect on my life, it's I'm being prepared. There isn't an opportunity, there isn't even a conversation that comes up for me where I feel like any part of my life could have been skipped. Like in a moment of whether it's a blessing or whether I'm going through hardship and I'm needing to really push through, I reflect on my life, and it's like, okay, God, everything always adds up. So even when you show me these promises, and I feel like, okay, like, either I'm feeling like I'm being completely turned the other way, or every door is closing, I really just dig my heels into trusting the process. Trusting the journey, trusting that God has gone before me and has prepared it for me. And so that at this point, I'm just going through it so that when I step into it, I can be ready. I can be how God has envisioned me in the promise. So his total vision for it, I want to show up fully as that. And so I trust that if there is a trial, even if it's a long-suffering one, then I'm being shaped, I'm being molded in that time. But from love, right?
I love that. I love that you said that.
And you know what I love though? One thing I've been talking with the Lord is that, and thinking that maybe the journey